Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. I'm Travis. Dee is not here right now. She will be here shortly. And it is time for Smackdown. Thanks for joining us. Looks like we got Luke in here, and Walter, and Chris, and Sophie. How's everybody doing? I think this is a new intro, unless I just haven't been paying attention to it. Watching it up there on the bigger TV. Let me see what we have going tonight. Are you ready for a good time? All right, we got Shotzi Blackheart going up against Bayley tonight, it looks like. We also got Hit Row going up against Los Lotharios. And Ricochet and Madcap going up against Sammy and Solo Sikoa. And that's the one starting it out. So we got Sami Zayn coming down to the ring right now. The Honorary Uce. Part of the Uso Penitentiary. I don't know if he wants to be part of that group. Old Madcap. And Ricochet. Sorry, I forgot how to spell it. All right, Dee is here. She just walked in the door. It's happening. Sammy and Sikoa. Or Sikoa.
Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, and Sammy. That's how they're starting out the show.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, they're going up against Madcap and Ricochet.
Ricochet. Ricochet. I mean, Ricochet. What? Ricochet. Talking to everybody?
I am, a little bit.
Everybody excited to be there tonight?
And we got Ravi in there now.
Ooh, Robbie's in there.
You need to hurry up.
I need to hurry up.
You didn't get any of my text messages.
I didn't get your text messages.
I asked you all sorts of questions.
I didn't get all your text messages. What kind of questions are you asking?
I started by asking if you invited your new friend to the UFC stuff. Then I went to ask if she was married. And then I asked if it was a girl before I started assuming it was a girl.
Yes, it is a girl. Yes, she's probably like 20 years younger than me.
That's fine.
No, I didn't invite her to the UFC.
Is she married?
No, she's not married. She's single.
Ah, see.
She's an Amazon. She's like 6 foot tall
Well, that's
or
pretty
more.
cool.
That's pretty cool, actually. How's my hair look?
It's fine. Amazons are cool. You gonna wear your work clothes?
Oh, these are my work clothes. Hey, these stink asses out there.
Stank.
Hey, stankies. What's up, stink asses? We're here for some fucking Smackdown. Ew, Smackdown! Stupid this one, I guess.
You're stretching it out. And Madcap Moss coming out next. As Dee's flittling around over there, if that's a word.
What is he doing? Flittling?
Fiddling.
Fiddling. Fiddling is a word.
Fiddling.
Flittling might not
Fiddling.
be. Fiddling. I don't know what's happening because I can't hear anything.
Nothing's happening at all.
Oh, look! Nothing's happening. I'm so glad.
Hey, and you can hide your lapel in your
In my lapel?
in this thing.
You can put it right here. Hello, everybody. I'm so much more
I'm
professional now.
She done all professional and shit.
Anyways, did you say hi to peeps?
I did. Everybody that's in there, yes. I said hi, but I didn't read one thing they said.
Oh, okay. Luke said, hey, Dalitha and Trav and chat. I'll be in and out making second dinner for the eating machine and me. Yes, well, she's eating for two, and she's making baby body parts, sir. So when you're making another human, you tend to have to eat more. Don't be mean to her. Do I need to slap you? I'm just kidding. Chris says, hey, Travis and Dee. Sophie's in there, says, hi, Gabbers. Walter's in there, says, hey, Luke. Luke says, hi, and Walter says, I'm doing good. Just rain today. Luke says the intro video is new. Added Charlotte, Ronda, and put all the factions together. Walter's like, boo, Sammy. I didn't really see the intro video, did you?
Yeah, I did. I'm the one that...
Oh, did you?
That's why they're talking about it. I would assume. They might have said it, but I did say, I think this is new.
This is new.
As I was watching it. The song's the same.
Oh,
it's the
yeah,
same
so
old
that
song.
was Luke's response. The intro video is new. How exciting. Let's see. Robbie's like, big up to my two fave people, Travis and Dee.
Woo woo.
Oh, thanks, Robbie. Are you drunk? That's sweet. You're high on something, aren't you? Anyways, Walter's like, Ricochet's team for the win. Sophie says this weekend the regular baseball season is over.
You know, you would think so, right? But it's not. You got to remember they had the whole argument over the collective bargaining agreement, and so they put the season off. I think it ends on like the 5th.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sophie talked about it for like months. I'm surprised Sophie doesn't remember talking about that for months. About how they aren't starting. Oh, they're on strike.
Because it's supposed to end on Sunday, but I'm pretty sure it goes through the 5th. Because I kept listening. They're like, oh, they've got 5 games left. And I'm like, it's Friday.
It's Friday. What do you mean 5 games?
Actually, it was 7, but at the
poor
time.
Madcap Moss. He's getting his ass beat.
Of course he is.
Poor guy. Sad.
The honorary
Walter says
Oos.
Madcap and Ricochet will win. Sophie says AEW Dynamite got 9,000 viewers this week. I mean 900,000. Robbie says, yo, big up to the two goats, Dee and Travis. And Walter says Daphne showed up 2 minutes late. I know, what a bitch she is, Walter. Goddamn cow. Sophie's like, my house didn't lose power and I'm back home after coming from where I evacuated from. That's good, Sophie. They said that it took a different path and hit different people. Some people weren't as prepared for it because they didn't think they were going to have to be. So I feel bad for them and I hope everybody's okay. But they've already found some people that died.
Oh, they found dead people?
Yeah, they went to do a evacuation rescue on a house. The house was completely underwater, and they took their diving team down there and saw remains. They don't know how many people or anything like that, so that's really fucking sad.
How is that even possible?
So what happened is the hurricane was featured to go a certain way and hit a certain place, but it didn't. It shifted, and it went, and it didn't hit Tampa barely at all. It hit Fort Myers instead.
Right. And
it hit bad. And a lot of people in that area they didn't think they'd have to be as prepared. So people don't, and a lot of people don't evacuate for different reasons. Whether it's because they don't, they just make that decision. Maybe they can't afford to.
I understand all that.
Disabilities
but
and
how are
can't.
you in a house and drowned?
So the water was clear up over the roof. And some people went up into their attics. And
right.
Other people were like, don't go in your attic if you don't have a way to get out through your roof. I mean, right? And maybe those people didn't think about that.
Or know how to swim, maybe? I don't know.
Possibly.
You can go down in water.
Yes. But
in your house, it's going to be, there's not going to be undertows.
Right. But other people, have
and I mean,
issues.
there's elderly and...
Yes,
babies and stuff, but still you should be able to take care
I don't
of that.
know. The guy didn't have any other information. He just said that there was a situation. The poor guy was like, I don't have numbers or anything like that. We're just trying to keep everybody appraised of the situation that's happening. I mean, you could tell the guy was just flustered. He was so upset that he even had to give the information that these people died. You could just tell he was just so upset about it.
Oh yeah, that's terrible.
And so it's really hard. Anyways, Robbie says, please, could you all subscribe to my boy Savage Talks Wrestling on YouTube? Much appreciated. No.
No idea who
Nope.
that is. I think I might already be, to be honest.
I'm not going to. Nope. I only subscribe to one channel, and that's ours. That's it. I do not support other wrestling channels. It looks like she's the one who called herself the eating machine. I don't care. You do not repeat that. She can refer to herself anything she wants to. You do not get to do that to other people. Telling them what she refers to herself as. It's rude. It's very rude. Bryce Pitts is in the chat. Hey, Bryce says, it's SmackDown time. Hey, Dee and Travis. Why, happy Fridays. So happy Fridays. Indeed. Let's go. Robbie says, Dee, man, can't a brother be nice? Never, dude. You're never nice. Ernest Bell's in the chat. Hey, Ernest. And Sophie's like, don't the MLB playoffs start soon? I kind of remember that.
I think it's the 5th or 6th, 7th, somewhere in there.
So they do start soon, Sophie, but they still have to make up the games that they didn't play from when they were on strike that you so adamantly reminded us about for a long time.
They were on lockdown.
So, yeah. Film says, hello, Miss D and Travis. Big hugs, big heart. It's Friday, and I know what that means. It's Friday. Tomas is in the chat. Hey, Tomas says,
That's a cool
I
name.
learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Also, we're cleaning up here now in Fort Myers.
Woo!
Yeah, I've heard it's pretty icky down there. Film says, let's go, Sammy. Sophie says, my aunt's house got hit pretty hard, though she lost a Lani? I don't know what a Lani is. Lani? Robbie's like, hope everyone is good. Robbie says, D looking piff tonight. Thomas says, got hit hard here, pray for Florida. Sophie says, alligators and sharks were swimming in the water during the hurricane. Oh my god, it's like that movie. Alligators.
Danny.
Looks like, yeah, Tampa got spared. It was announced that the Bucks versus Chiefs game will be at Tampa Sunday. Sophie says a lot of stores shut down and they weren't going to open until this morning. Luke says there are videos of actual sharks just moseying up and down flooded highways. It's crazy. Well, they don't have any other place to go, right, Luke? So what happened was this. Did you see some of the footage, guys? So Tampa Bay, and I'm surprised it didn't hit Tampa Bay, but what happened is it sucked all the water out of Tampa Bay. Literally sucked the water out. This guy was like, the water was right there, and he went back and showed where the water level was, and you could tell it had been there forever. Right. And the whole bay was like completely empty.
Right.
Like, where did the animals go?
So, true story. They put a totem pole up in Tampa. I have a buddy that lives there, and he tells me the story all the time.
Is that why they don't get hit by hurricanes?
It keeps the hurricanes away.
Exactly. See, and it happened again.
It was put there by a tribe.
Maybe they should do that everywhere.
And it keeps the hurricanes away. Guarantee Gordon's talking about it right now somewhere.
Right?
If it really missed them.
It did.
That's what he talks about.
It didn't. It was supposed to hit them dead on. Mm-hmm. It was literally supposed to hit Tampa dead on. And it shifted and hit Fort Myers instead.
Yeah, there's a totem pole on
it's devastating because they weren't completely ready. Like, they knew that they were going to get hit by part of the hurricane, but they didn't know they were going to get hit head on by
My buddy Shane lives there.
Yes.
In
Tampa, or does he live?
St. Peter's. It is Tampa. It's Chubbuck to Pocatello.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's just the outskirts of it. That's crazy.
That's
Did you talk to him and see?
No, I haven't talked to him yet.
Just making sure you're still alive. Yeah.
Anyways, that's why it didn't get hit. That's the science behind it.
Sophie says Port Charlotte also got hit hard too. Films like Florida, baby. Walter says Florida will be okay. I'm praying for them. My relatives are doing okay in Florida. They got power. That's great. And I heard that it's moving up the coast, the East Coast. And I guess South Carolina is getting their asses whooped by it right now. Like, I guess
South
it's like
Carolina?
Terrible.
That's where it's headed.
Yeah, like South Carolina. Yeah, they're getting their asses whooped.
So my question is, what happens to the sharks and stuff? I mean, obviously the gators are fine.
Right.
But do the sharks
They would have to go back out
die?
with the water somehow.
So, but I know, but it just starts to recede. They don't necessarily know how to get back.
Yeah, they'll probably there'll be dead sharks in places. A lot of dead.
Even if you wanted to save one, you couldn't.
No.
Was there bull sharks? I guess you could throw a bull shark in a lake or something.
Right. Walter's like, Florida will be okay. Chris says Solo with shorts all the way up to his nips. Yeah.
Looking like Rikishi.
Looks like his dad.
He does. He looks like a young Rikishi.
Robbie says, Travis, you would enjoy Savage Talks Wrestling. He shares the same opinions on wrestling as you. Pickle's in the chat. Pickle, hey, Pickle, I'm glad you're okay, buddy. I'm so glad you're in here for a second. Thank you for being here.
I'm pretty sure I have him
my
on
ears
my
were burning.
subscription.
What's going on, Gabbers? Not much. We were just talking about Florida. Florida. Boom says, yes, so glad that hurricane is over. Robbie says, do you got the flip-flops on tonight? No.
No, she got boots on.
Boots on. Boots on.
They're made for walking.
They don't have fur, though. I don't have boots with the fur.
No.
I don't have apple bottom jeans either. Chris says, just saw an NFL commercial. What the fuck is a commanders?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm with you.
It's a very true statement right there, Chris. Walter's like, I'm donating money to Red Cross for Florida.
It'll always be the Redskins.
It's very nice of you,
I will always call them the Redskins.
As Piccola says, that's the OG Redskins. Robbie says, do you always clued up on every subject? Vindicator says, I'm here now, Dalitha and Travis. Well, thanks for being here, Vindicator. I missed you. Why weren't you here earlier?
I feel like he hasn't been here for like a week.
He hasn't been here forever. Like, he just leaves. He's so rude. He, like, leaves our chat and goes somewhere else because they're so much more entertaining. Such a jerk. You ready for your weekend, Vindicator? Do you work on the weekends? You have the weekends off usually? Anyways, it says Luke and Ravi and I beat out Ayla. Yay! She might not be here. I don't know what her deal is. She's probably broken. Maybe she has to deal with her kids. She's got kids and whatnot.
She doesn't get off work until like 6:30. She'll be on here like clockwork at 6:30.
Oh, that's true. She gets off at 6, I thought. But she doesn't usually get home.
Well, that's what I'm
about
saying,
6:30.
though. So 6:30 is when she gets on.
People says, I seen their mascot looking like Cobra Commander, but in Washington colors. What the fuck? Well, I was like, Vin, you having a good time? And Vindicator's like, yes, Ravi, watch people smack other people to put them down. Yes. Walter says the news crew get paid doing hurricanes. Piccolo says St. Peter and Tampa are neighbors.
Homeboy got hit with a tree branch in the middle of the road.
That's terrifying.
He's like, I'm going to go out and report the weather. Whack!
He almost tripped on it, too. He's like the crazy one. He's like the crazy weatherman. I guess he's like well known down there. That he does that all the time.
There's no doubt in my mind I would do that.
I know you would. Did you see the crazy Florida man? They had him on the Fox News. The literally crazy Florida man of TikTok was on the Fox News. And he was out there with his America flag, just on the beach like, America! And stuff. And he's like, he showed it. He was on his TikTok page showing it, saying, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah. Like, look, I'm on the news. I made the news.
It's like Lieutenant Dan. Is this the best you can do? You son of a bitch.
Why did the power go down there? It was weird.
What happened?
Oh, Solo, when he was down there by the thing, the lights were all dim, but I don't know if it's just the camera maybe was all stupid. I don't know.
Anytime there's lighting tricks, there could be a wrestling thing going on.
Maybe.
Two and three.
Solo for the win. Sophie says now the hurricane is going to hit north. Yep, it's going up the coast. Ravi says, Vin, you're always chilling. Picola says, I have family in Virginia Beach. Ian is supposed to touch down there this weekend. I heard that, Picola. It's going to get kind of scary up that way. I wonder if it's going to go all the way up and become, a tropical storm. Because it has to go past a certain area, and then it becomes a tropical storm in the East Coast.
Yeah, it's a latitude thing. I know it's bringing rain to Britain. And that's a long-ass ways.
Britain? The Britons? Robbie, are you getting rain? Luke, is it raining there in Ireland? In the Britons?
Who are the Britons?
Who are the Britons?
We are the Britons.
You're the Britons.
And I'm your king. I didn't vote for no king. You don't vote
How
for...
did you become a king?
The lady of the lake rose up out of the water. Just because some watery tart threw a sword at you, that's no system of government.
Love it. Alright, Pico says that, and Robbie says, do you look like her dad? No, not a lot.
Well, you could tell her dad's her dad.
No, he's Tony, the UPS guy.
Oh.
I'm kidding. No, yeah. You can tell my dad is my dad. We have enough features, all right. But I do look a lot like my mom.
The thing you have to do is just be around her dad and then be around her, and then the personality's the same.
It's stupid. It's sad. I don't like it. I've tried to change myself multiple times in life. I actually have. Like, there are things about myself I didn't like because it was like my dad that I changed.
You're like, I can't be like this.
I can't be like this, so I did. Like, I worked on it and changed myself because I didn't like it.
You're like, don't want to yell at waiters.
Which I do not. Among other things. But, like, even from when I was younger, things that I noticed that my dad did. I knew I did. It got pointed out to me, and I didn't like it, so I changed it. Vindicator says, Travis, who you got winning Shotzi versus Bayley tonight?
It's a one-sided affair. It's Bayley. There's no way Shotzi can win that. Not even by a fluke.
Right. Walter says, if there's no water in beaches for fish and sharks...
Oh, by the way, that came out today. Hocus Pocus 2.
Yes, that came out, and like the Something of Gru came out. I'm kind of excited.
Did you say Gru?
Yeah, the
tree?
Story of Gru.
The tree?
Minions, the Story of Gru.
Oh, Gru. Who's that? Oh, the guy.
Yellow minions and the guy. Kid.
I was trying to think who Gru was.
Yeah,
I was
that's on
thinking of the
Peacock.
tree on Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, I guess it's...
So my question is how did they come back again?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Don't ask for spoilers. People put it
I'm
in the
not
chat.
asking for people to tell me. It was just an outputting question.
I know, but by
Because
saying it
in
out loud...
the first one, they were completely annihilated because they didn't get stuff to do it. So how did they come back
It's
again?
probably the book
right?
with the eye.
That's weird.
I'm sure it has something to do with the eye book.
Maybe. Sophie says at least people who work in Florida get almost an entire week off thanks to the hurricane, depending on what type of job. Yeah, but do you get paid?
I don't think
the question,
so.
Sophie. Walter says Chelsea for the win later. Robbie says DLO down with the kids with apple bottom jeans on. No. Chris Akane says just got 2 Rey Mysterio today. Batman Rey and Legend figure Rey. Nice. Walter says okay at 9:30 I'm going. I'll be here Monday though for Raw. Still here in chat. And Becker is in the chat. Hey Becker. Chris Akane says also got some Topps Chrome baseball cards.
Nice.
Ooh. Are they shiny? Are they shiny? Or if they're chrome, are they shiny? Are they shiny? Sorry. Luke says Sophie being off a whole week is not the good news you think it is. It's good for their safety, but missing that much work will blow, especially trying to recover from a hurricane. Yeah. Sophie says we still haven't fully got stuff all together, like putting the garbage bins and replaying stuff back where they belong. Becker's like, yes. And Luke says, Trav, talking about Jim Kentror. I have a TikTok of that for you. Robbie says, D doesn't care that I'm here supporting the Gab at this godly hour. Oh my God, dude. I know that you're in a different country, for God's sakes. Robert Warney's in the chat. Hey, Robert says, hey, what's up, wrestling time? And Walter says, Sammy and Solo won. Boo. Robbie says, D, Travis, how was your day?
That's good. Right now, I'm negotiating a trailer purchase.
Are you?
Yeah, the guy didn't show up to buy
nice.
it. So he said we can have it if we want it.
Vindicator says, yeah, Duluth, I typically have weekends off and work morning, afternoon hours from 8 to 3, but that's funny. Travis feels I haven't been in a week. It's because I took so many breaks lately. Yeah, because you're disappointed in wrestling life. I'm disappointed in it on a weekly basis, but I still have to be here. It really sucks. Sophie says, did you hear about people are talking about changing the Atlanta Braves name for some reason?
Oh, well, I'm sure all of them. The Chiefs will probably have to change their name. And
oh, yeah. Why don't we just change everything? Because, you know, all those 1%ers, you guys have the word about the law, right? Philip's like, let's go, Sammy. And Philip's like, Sami Zayn finally got to win with Solo. Pickle's like, yeah,
Yes.
sorry, I ain't going to be outside
Oh,
yelling
they're
at the
locked
wind
out.
with my board shorts and
Oh, wait,
flippy
no,
floppies. What, Piccolo? Come on, I thought you were going to do it in your board shorts and thongs. Come on. It'd be so much fun.
Are they in Toronto or in Canada?
I don't know. Big dub.
Uh-oh. The
Hello.
drama behind the scenes. I could see right through you. Uh-oh.
He doesn't have my mama fooled.
Yeah. Everybody's
She's
mom.
dead, so it doesn't matter.
She's up in heaven fooled right now.
Then here's like visiting other chat streams that are not as cool as you guys. Whatever, Vin. I know how it goes. Looks like, they removed the TikTok. Those bastards. Walter's like, Sophie, that's my team. Braves. Robbie says, D, it's been cold in England. Had to put the heating on the
Maybe
other
you should
day.
talk to Roman.
Oh my God, Robbie, it got cold in England? Isn't it always cold there? That's why you guys were all worried when
I just want to go in our locker room. Jay's pissed off.
Right. So, Ravi, when you say it's been cold in England and you had to put the heating on and you're crying about it, are you wishing that it was still like 115 degrees like it was like 3 weeks ago when you were crying about how hot it was?
Scarlett's got some nice gloves on. Are you guys checking out Scarlett's gloves?
No. I'm checking out why Corey Graves is wearing a leather jacket and weird glasses.
I saw that earlier.
Oh
It's like a Clark Kent biker or something. See her gloves? Oh wait, you didn't get to see them very good.
I saw them.
You'll see them really good right here. See, they got diamonds.
Just a
rhinestone slut.
It's weird. I don't like it. So it's like AEW and WWE are going head to head next weekend, and Becker is. Okay, Becker. Walter's like, Ronda Rousey will win. Or I was like, D, a daddy's girl. Actually, I'm not, Ravi. In all seriousness, I'm not. I was a mama's girl through and through. Sophie says, there is a rumor they're going to change the date of the day one pay-per-view. If it happens, they will announce it next week. Then they can't call it day one, can they?
Ooh, would it be on that Saturday?
They can't call it day one if it's going to be on a different day.
That would be New Year's Eve.
Yeah, they're dumb.
That would be a weird time to do a pay-per-view.
You fucking think? Hey, we're going to do a pay-per-view. You guys want to watch a pay-per-view and then call in the New Year with it? No, I fucking do not.
Ooh, that would be sick.
No,
I don't want to do it, but it would be sick. A New Year, like an actual wrestling event?
Well, it would be over at 10 for us, so we'd have 2 more hours. But for the East Coast, it would suck balls. And not in a good way. Some people like that, I guess. Chris says, watch White Rabbit be Charlotte or Carmella. Let's go Shotzi. Robbie says, D, nothing wrong being like your dad. I have the same body shape as my dad. That's cool, man. That's not what we're talking about there. Beagle's like, what's the latest on Tua and his concussion? I didn't even know Tua had a concussion. Luke's like, Hocus Pocus 2 is hilarious. I had so many childhood memories.
I know some people like him, so I'm not going to bash on him.
Tua?
That's a lot of chats all at once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, no, I'm a huge Dolphin fan. I've been a Dolphin fan since the mid-'80s. And I do not like the guy. I can't stand the guy. Now, I wish that we would have another quarterback, but they tanked for Tua the year so they could get at the dude in the first place.
Oh, jeez.
And it was just a waste.
What a waste.
And now
Why would you
broken.
tank to get a broken quarterback?
Yeah, but he wasn't broken when they drafted him.
Yeah, but he's not that good either, so why
No,
would they
he
even
is
bother?
terrible. He was at Alabama, but Alabama makes anybody look good.
It's
He does have a
because of
good
their
deep
coach.
ball.
He knows
Yeah, well, of
how to
course
do-
it is.
That's what she said.
But he has a good deep ball. Hey, look, she's got one of your suit jackets on, too.
Yeah,
Do you need
she
a
knows
Connor
how to be all
cure cancer
Ew,
thing
God,
on your
no.
chest?
I don't want that. Make my jacket stupid. Becker's like, beef. And Sophie says, how is your Game of Thrones watching going? We have been
It's
so fucking
done,
busy
stopped.
that we haven't been able to watch it.
I tried to
Shit
watch
has
one
been
last
happening.
night, but she wouldn't answer me how late she was going to stay up. But then she ended up turning it off anyway. So.
Oh, yeah, because you were tired. I was tired. It was time for bed. And then I stayed up late anyways. Walter's like, White Rabbit will be Bray Wyatt coming back. Ayla's like, hey, Ayla. 6:22, not quite 6:30, but close. Walter's like, hey, Ayla. Ayla's like, hi, Walter.
Look what time it is right now, though.
6:30.
That's pretty
Vindicator
funny.
says, bye, Ayla, just to be contrarian. Yeah. It looks like
Look
Tua's
behind
recovering
Theory.
from a serious concussion.
Yeah. He's serious, all right.
Where is it? What's behind him?
Oh, you'll see.
The shadow. Oh, is he
No.
back there? Oh, hey, it's Drew. He's like, hello. What's up, buddy cop? How's it going, my man? He's like people eyebrowing him. Weirdos. How did he not see him?
He's just he's not smart.
Oh, that's why. Whoa.
Drew's a huge man.
He's a very large man.
And Austin does look a lot smaller next to him. He's very big. No.
And it's really funny
Theory
because,
needs
like,
to say no.
Like Drew McIntyre's like, I'm manly! Look at my manly beard! And then poor Theory's like, look at my scraggly, gross-looking beard that I have.
Right.
I can't grow anything.
Finger bang!
It looks,
finger bang,
it looks
bang,
just
bang.
like his chest hair, but
finger,
it's...
bang, bang,
He took his chest hair off and,
night.
like, stuck it on his face.
Girl, you know
He's just going through puberty right now. So it's just coming in sporadically. Poor
Right.
Theory.
I'm just saying he looks like a boy band person.
Yeah. Looks like Tua is recovering from a serious concussion. As of yet, no other injuries are reported. However, NFL and NLFPA
Yeah, it's the NFL Players Association.
are investigating if Miami allowed Tua to play against the Bills while concussed.
Yeah, last week. They should just cut him.
Just get rid of him. Sophie says, I stayed in a house that the person that lives in it watches the news almost all day, every day.
Oh my gosh.
Fun.
Are you depressed?
Are you depressed? I mean, that's what it does to you, right? Like, don't watch it. Don't watch the news. It's depressing. Ayla says, Vindicator barf. And Pico's like, sup, Ayla, how you doing? Ravi says, hey, it's Ayla. What story is she going to tell us tonight? Vindicator's the devil. And Ayla says, hi, Fat Lisa. I'm doing all right. How are you? Pico's like, can't complain. Ayla says, oh, I can, but I won't. And Robbie says, Ayla, you always complain.
Can't complain.
Sophie says, we had a little damage, but not enough. What does that even mean, Sophie? We had a little damage, but not enough? Like what? To, like, turn into your insurance carrier? To, like, fraudulently get an insurance claim? What's going on? What do you mean not enough? It's weird. Ayla's like, yeah, I do. It's my personality. Pico's like, hello, that's my southern retort. Agreed, there's plenty to bitch about. Becker's smiling with heart eyes, and it looks like the Chiefs won't have to change their name till the current contract between the team and City concludes. When the renaming thing started to come up, the contract was renewed with a clause saying the name Chiefs can't be changed while under contract. So all they have to do is just continue the contract at all times and not worry about it. I personally think that they should just not even worry about it.
Change her name to the Chefs.
And in all reality, the Braves will never have to change their names because then, whatever you want to call them, Indians, Native Americans, indigenous people, called their men that they sent out in war as Braves. So fuck that. Fuck them. That's all I have to say about that right now. Like, who cares? Like, it's a word. Stop gatekeeping words, people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
That's we're getting political anyhow.
Gatekeeping words? I just said stop gatekeeping words. That's it. Ravi says, yeah, I wish it was warm so my heating bill wouldn't go up. Ravi, your heating bill's going to go up anyways. It's called inflation, friend. And because you guys decided to be all friendly with Russia and now Russia's like doing bad things. Yeah. You guys are fucked. Good luck. Anyway, Sophie says, I wonder what the main event of Extreme Rules is going to be. They have plenty of options. Walter says, Karrion Kross, the next WWE champion.
No. I don't see it.
Denied, Walter. That's a denied.
I don't see it happening. If that was a question.
He's making a statement, but still denied. Denied. Film's like, oh man, I'm excited for the Ronda Rousey versus Natalya match. Couldn't imagine why. Chris says Scarlet Bebe. Feels like Cross is Scarlet. Walter says after SmackDown there's AEW Rampage. Oh, don't remind me, Walter. Now I'm going to have to go slit my wrists. It was like, so I had to take my kids to work today. Ew, gross. Yuck. And people bought them? Like, did you slaughter your children? I mean, you do work in a meat place. A butcher shop. I'm going to read the rest of her comment. Let's see what else it says. I only work for 2.5 hours. So not too bad. But they have extra sticky traps there. Oh, nice. And Oz found one. Oh.
With spiders and mice in it.
Did he get caught in a trap?
Ugh. They're so sticky. I tried to save a mouse out of one once and it...
You have to use like Dawn dishwashing soap on it.
I tried everything you can imagine.
You might as well just put this poor thing out of its misery. Literally, just put it out of its misery. It is a mouse. I mean, I get it. It's a living thing. But at the same time...
I smashed it with a shovel.
It's sad. You might as well just...
It was sad.
Oz found one. It got it everywhere. I might have to shave his head. Oh, man. He can... No mullet. No mullet now. I was hoping she'd have him have a mullet.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Robbie's like...
Shave his head.
Shave it. Shave it. And then grow it out as a mullet. Do it. And you tell Jordan to keep his sticky little fingers off of it. Robbie's like, Ayla, how do you say young looking? What the fuck? Youthful? 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 Robbie's like, WWE can do what they like. You will still watch. No, Robbie, I have to sit here and watch it. It's obligation in my contract. Ugh. Let's see. Sophie's like, now Florida won't be hot like it usually is. That means a lot of dog walking. Good for you, Sophie. Get that dog out there and walk it. Film's like, hello, Robbie. Ayla says, youthful. And Chris says, White Rabbit promo by Kross and Scarlett. Is it? Robbie says, for me, I don't pay to watch WWE. Pickles like LOD is about equality opportunity. Equality opportunity? Yeah, I am. I want those bitches to be treated like men in every aspect. Treat them like men. Do it.
So Danny sent me a link to a TikTok, and it's about a guy that is trying to... He was talking shit about this UFC fighter. She's ranked number 13.
Yeah.
And they somehow got the fight made. So it's just some dude.
Some random dude off the street.
On Tuesday is going to meet her at the gym.
And they're going to fight.
And they're going to have a match.
They're going to fight? Not
probably a dance
fight. Robbie's like, yes, Ayla, youthful. Luke's like, Tua got wrecked bad last week. Becker says WWK20. Robbie says film big up. Chris says
Naxos.
QR code. Sophie says Battle of the Belts with that show. They keep changing the day and time like it was supposed to go against Extreme Rules. Ayla says, is that what you put in your dating profile bio? Youthful and 5'4" on a good day. Bob says big up. Okay. Walter says Austin Theory boo. Film big up just means hi. Robbie says I can't imagine D in a suite.
The old Alpha Academy.
He can't imagine me in a suite.
Why are the Alpha
That's
Academy
rude.
out here? Oh, they came out with Austin Theory.
Enough? I don't have enough money to get a suite. Might not be like, the suite of Pentagon suite, but or the penthouse suite, but
the
still
Pentagon.
The Pentagon suite.
She stays at the Pentagon a lot, so.
Robbie says, go on Ayla on Tinder. Walter says, Drew McIntyre beat him up. Ayla says, I'm not on dating sites, won't be. Robbie's like, Travis, what did you have for dinner? Nothing.
I had Brussels sprouts and eggs.
I haven't had dinner. I have to be here instead. And Sophie gets upset when I eat food online, so, there's that. Robbie's like, oh yeah, Ayla. And Chris is like, I have a big greasy black beard. That's disgusting, Chris. Gross. You need to clean that shit up. Sophie's like, the WWE is worried about Orton's injury, like they don't know when he could be back fully healed.
And that could be part of the shoot, so he can be back around January. Or it could be real, and they could be worried about it. Back injuries in your 40s aren't something to just take lightly.
Ayla says, did you guys have a bet on what time I'd show up? Okay, so somebody was asking, saying hi, it was Vindicator, and he was like something about Ayla. And then Travis said, oh yeah, she won't be here until 6:30 because she doesn't get home until then off of work. And I said, oh yeah, that's right. She gets off at 6 o'clock and then she doesn't usually get home until closer to 6:30. And then you showed up at 6:22 in the chat, but when I read your chat, it was 6:30 on the nose. So it was funny. And we laughed. Chris says, like the Grinch.
We all shared a laugh.
Right? Walter's like, LOL, Travis can sing joking. Becker's got pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, and a smile. Robbie says, yes, Ayla, and I got the time right. Walter's like, Becker, English, and... Walter, he is speaking English. He just put up jack-o'-lanterns and a big smiley face. He's just trying to be nice. He's like, Halloween time, bitches. Walter said that. Ravi says, if I could change anything about SD, it would be the amount of ads. I thought it said STDs and the amount of AIDS.
Yeah, well, that's what I would change about
I was
STDs
like,
too.
wait, what? I had to stop for a second and be like, no, Smackdown. It was like I get off at 6 and it takes 8 to 10 minutes to get home. Then I put on pajamas and get the kids busy. Then log on. I have a schedule, bitches. Ravi says Walter D can sing. Walter's like, okay, Ravi. Sophie says, my schedule is watching wrestling from 8 to 10 or 11, then watch random shows after it.
Go ahead and say something.
What are we saying? Ew, God, this thing. Ew.
Well, I don't know why he's on SmackDown.
Look how tiny he is.
Oh, he is. It's almost
so
comical.
Gross. Ew, he's like this.
He's
tiny,
wrestling Otis on
disgusting
Monday.
Little thing. Otis, lay on top of him and squish him to death. Squish him to death.
Is there going to be a third man?
That person was really sweet. They have a sign that says, hi, Dad, in jail. Oh.
Oh, Kevin's coming down now.
Oh, he's got to save his
We
little
might get a
tiny
6-man
friend.
tag team match.
Save his tiny little man
Oh, Kevin's
friend.
is running, guys. Kind of goofy looking, but it's happening. He reminds me of like an old man, how he's built.
Right?
Like an old man, like 75 years old, but used to be in shape like an old sailor.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, you know what? I eat and eat, but I forget to do leg day while I'm doing it. So weird. Rob is like, D, man, you are never show sympathy to me laughing. Why would I? If I showed sympathy, you would probably not know what to do with yourself. Walter's like, poor Ayla taking your kids to work. Sophie's like, AEW and WWE have to rewrite their shows because most of the talent in both companies resides in Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, bastards. Robbie's like, look, it's Drew, D's fave. Becker's like, smiling with a jack-o'-lantern. And Walter's like, Drew for the win. Go, Drew. Boom's like, oh, man, I thought you were going to get Ronda versus Natalia. Not yet, I guess. Pickle's like, well, now he understands not to touch everything.
Oh, look at, he quit the group. Smacks Dupree. Oh, there's the girl.
People, that's mean. That's actually pretty funny. She's talking about how Oz touched the sticky trap and got it all over it. And Pickle told her, well, now he understands not to touch everything. Whatever.
Uh-oh. What title?
Oh, God.
They're going to do the longest pose.
The longest pose. Oh, it aired.
The longest pose.
What was that? I used to have long hair back in 2009. 10 days. Oh, yeah?
Is that a scar on his face?
You can't be perfect with scars on your face.
No, if it's a scar, it's new.
Ayla says, extra sticky, you need oil, but I didn't have oil, so I covered him in peanut butter all while
Here,
at
watch
work.
his eyelash. Or eye cover. That looks like a scar. Or is
Oh,
that an
it's
earring?
not. It's just like paint or something.
not an
He
earring?
has like a little, like, Canadian maple leaf by his eye, too.
Oh.
Sophie says, I wasn't depressed. I wanted to break the TV. So you weren't depressed, but you wanted to throw the TV out the window. That's nice. Ravi says, Drew looking salty that he isn't MLNTB. That's nice. Walter says, dogs are barking. Chris says, shoosh. And Ayla says, it looked like Oz was playing with a marshmallow or marshmallow fluff. At first, I didn't realize what he was playing with. Stupid. Ha ha.
Was there spiders in it?
Sophie says, and plus I couldn't watch shows I normally watch because the person I was staying with wouldn't like it for whatever reason. Robbie's like, suit. Oh, not a sweet. Dang it. Pickle's like, I just had a couple of sloppy joes. Ooh, sloppy joes are good. Did you make them yourself?
Can you buy sloppy joes that are not made to yourself?
Yes, I'm pretty sure there's places probably that sell sloppy joes. I never bought one, but...
Is that...
And it depends, right? You can use stuff that's in a can to make it, or like a packet, or you can make your own with like ketchup and vinegar and all kinds of weird stuff. It's nasty. Sophie says maybe Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle fight pit will be the main event, or it could be the opener of the pay-per-view. Robbie says, D, you can eat all you want on stream. D, stream in comfort. Ayla says, I had to, Walter. I wasn't going to work today because I had the kids, but a coworker had to leave early. It was like, I didn't eat yet. Now we know what's wrong. Walter's like, Daphne, eat dinner. And Ayla, Becker says, WWE K22. Ayla says, y'all know me too well. Robbie's like, Ayla gonna make some quality food. Walter's like, oh, okay. Ayla's like, I'm drinking a coffee. Walter's like, Drew won by DQ. Robbie's like, hello, D. I knew I could make you laugh. Chris says, Braun. And Robbie says, Ayla, save me some of your coffee. KO is the goat. Ayla's like, go get some tea, Robbie. Sophie's like, here comes the 6-man tag. And Robbie's like, nah, I want some of your coffee, Ayla. And Ayla says, I should make a sign that says, hi, Dad, in jail. Robbie says, Johnny G, what a loser. Ayla's like, you can't handle coffee. You're British. Robbie says, Ayla, let me try yours. Ayla's like, no. Robbie's like, Ayla, don't be tight. Chris was like, LA Knight, baby. Becker's got the gold, what is that, a medal? Oh, yeah, gold medal. Ayla's like, no, Fat Lisa. He didn't learn a thing. He thought it was hilarious. My kids are demons. You know why? Because they're your kids.
It's probably because you gave him some sort of reaction.
You know that, right?
In a situation like that, you don't react at all.
You just look at him and be like, whatever.
Eventually, they'll not want it.
And then just go about your business. Like, guess you're going to be a sticky-ass little mess. Like, go sit in the corner, I guess. Go play with another one. Don't lick it. Okay, lick it.
Keep the spiders off of it.
Walter's like, good SmackDown tonight. Robbie says, hit Row, shouldn't they be on D's fave show, WWE main event? Ayla says, Robbie, I can't even respond to that. Sophie's like, Ayla kids as demons aren't a surprise. It was like, go ask your mom for coffee. Walter's like, hit Row for the win. Robbie's like, nah, MLTB, money in the bank. Oh, money in the bank. It looked like an L.
Oh, Shotzi in the back.
Ayla says, probably had spiders. I didn't notice if there was spiders. He smashed them completely. Probably ate them. Robbie's like, I don't live with my mom, Ayla, so I can't. I was like, man, I'll tell you what, Extreme Rules is going to be very exciting.
I think it's going to be a great show.
Chris says, damn, already a new theory video. Ayla's like, just call her. Pico's like, yeah, not the man witch style. Ketchup and a teaspoon of sugar honey. Yeah, you made your own. I see. Did you put some vinegar in there too? Oh, I can't stand those ones. Bryce says, so, same Extreme Rules. What I mean by that is I'm talking about their design. Robbie says, Ayla, my mom would give me an earful if I called her at 2 a.m.
Shotzi's going to come out in her tank.
Don't you think she would be like...
And she's terrible.
Are you okay? Like, hey, look, it's Los Lotharios. They still exist.
Yeah, they're wrestling right now.
That's good. Hopefully they're not wrestling that stupid people.
They are.
I'm not listening anymore. Ayla's like, just call her anyways. Becker's like, sad face. I don't know what you're saying there, but awesome. Robbie's like, yeah, Ayla, I will call and say a girl called. Ayla told me to call you at 2 a.m. Bryce says Finn Balor personally needs to win the I Quit match against Edge. It won't make sense for him to lose to him. Why?
It's meth. Not even once.
Why? I don't wear my nice clothes anywhere in the house. Dog hair everywhere. Dog hair everywhere. I was like, ask her for some bejeweled undies. Walter's like, Bailey will lose to Shotzi. The green hair looks cool. Robbie says, I would back Shotzi. She looks like she would go all night long.
Yeah. Both her chesticles. Oh, yeah.
They make me want to throw up.
Yeah,
like
she's,
a lot.
I don't know about them. The guys in the back don't bother me, but she's disgusting. I swear she looked good the last time she was there. So I don't know if she just she's just been on drugs the whole time or...
I don't like this group. Like at all. Like, I hate them. They're like the biggest waste of fucking time ever.
Well, they're mid-card thing. They're not here for anything important.
Yeah, but they try to make him important and they're
Not really. They're wrestling the Los Lotharios.
They're very important. Ask Chris. It's his boy Garza. They're very important. Chris says, Shotzi time. Yes, you milky green-haired. Okay, let me stop. Goddess. Ravi says, yeah, we'll do just for you, Ayla. Vindicator says, only way Extreme Rules goes into the history books as a great show is if Ronda walking out of the event same way she walked into it. Empty-handed.
No. She needs to win that title.
Ayla's like, Robbie, call her crying. Just repeat sorry over and over again, then hang up and turn your phone off. Chris is like, that boy Garza. Robbie says, that girl from Hit Row looks like a hoe.
That's actually an
That's
upgrade to what she is.
Robbie's like, oh, Ayla, that gal from Shit Row looks like has Bear Man slide into her DMs and she's snagged a lot. Ew, gross, dude. Sophie's like, Finn Balor is scheduled to have a major push. It says, what's the average price for rent in your area, Ravi? Sophie says, Extreme Rules this year actually feels like Extreme Rules for the first time in 10 years.
10 years.
10 years.
Ashante drops down Angel on his neck. All right, here comes cardiac arrest. How old does this guy get? 50?
Who?
The guy in the ring. I don't know what his name is.
The fat one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You think he lives to 50?
No.
He doesn't look like he's going to live to 50. Maybe 55. He can pull a Coolio in the bathroom. Is it too soon? Is it too soon?
Elvis did it. I don't know why everybody's so upset about it. Robbie's like about nearly $1,000 a month excluding bills. Ouch. Becker says, smiling, big smile, 2023. Oh, yeah?
That's not, well, that's pounds, so that's about, what, 1,400 US or 1,300 US?
Yeah, Chris says, hell yeah, BFAB looks like one of those streetwalkers over here. Oh.
Like a Seattle one.
Oh, God. Oh, those are worse. Pickle's like, I'm devastated. Why are you devastated, Pickle? What's going on? Why are you devastated? What's going on? Sylvia's like, we got 6 matches for Extreme Rules this year with 1 or 2 more matches being considered, one with Bobby Lashley.
I didn't see, I've only heard of 4, or no, is it 5? I think I have 5 written down. Yeah, with the Edge one. So I didn't see anything with Bobby Lashley. What's happening with Lashley? Who's he wrestling?
I don't know. Sophie just said 2 or more matches being considered and 1 with Bobby Lashley.
Oh, considered.
So. Mm-hmm.
All right, Meth, not even once won that one.
Ayla says, for a 1-bedroom, that's around the price here, too, for probably a 2-bed, though, but you'd have to shop around. Every landlord is different. Robbie says, what is the point of Shit Row? I don't know. Whatever. Revel in what you are, it Barfley says behind the people. He's like, can I show my sign up here, security officer, sir? Sure. Do it. Okay, thank you.
Ugh, they're going to show highlights from last week with the champion and Lacey.
Sophie says Bobby Roode got surgery this past week. Robbie says not Ayla for a flat or a privately rented house with 2 bedrooms. Ayla says not $1,400. I forget pounds to real money. Ha ha. Sophie says Bobby Lashley isn't scheduled for the pay-per-view yet, and the Usos are also rumored to be part of the pay-per-view in a match.
Yeah, and we should get like some Gunther or something. They should put the titles on there. I would assume that Triple H would do something like that. Although there's just not a lot of time with Triple H's match length.
Right.
I hope it's not a 4-hour pay-per-view.
Sophie says another white rabbit hint right there. Robbie says, Ayla, you can't pay bills with Monopoly money. It was like, why not? Chris says there's a crowd sign. It said, revel in what you are. Was that the white rabbit? I don't know. He was right behind the commentators, and then he walked away very abruptly.
She's so trash. That's hard for me to even care.
Okie dokie. Isaac Liv Morgan is as scary as piss in the toilet. That's been there for like 50 days. Becker is on a plane flying away. I don't know where you're flying to, dude, but that looks fun.
Hooters Barbie? She doesn't even have boobs.
Did she say Hooters Barbie?
Yeah, she called her a Hooters Barbie.
What the fuck, Rhonda? Have you ever been to a Hooters, bitch? Jesus fucking Christ.
Some of those girls look like they're there on scholarship.
Exactly. They become lawyers, I've heard. Ayla says, my mortgage is cheaper than rent, but we got lucky. Sophie says, do you think Charlotte will come back to TV before Crown Jewel?
Possibly. If they were wise, they would just keep her out until day one.
Yes, that.
Let all this riffraff kind of settle. Because the water all stirred up, you know, when Triple H took over and it brought all this, like, shit to the top.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And I think it'll all settle, and then that's when you bring her back. Keep the shit at the bottom.
Yes. Flushed away, even. Rose says, Ayla, even you could beat Liv in a fight. Big up Ayla, that's a good deal. And Ayla's like, probably not. Chris says, Liv literally has a better chance at winning in an extreme match, but not if Ronda gets her hands on a weapon, but she doesn't have to. Robbie says, Liv doesn't know how to be champ. And Chris says, I want Shotzi and Bayley to be the main event. Sophie says, at one point this week, Kevin Dunn was rumored to be released.
Oh, wow. That'd be interesting. I don't even know what he does, so... Was this the Wild Ducks or whatever? Mighty Ducks.
Oh, man.
Is it a series? It's been a day.
It's a series. Yeah, it's an original series.
Nacho cheese.
It's nacho cheese.
It's not yo cheese.
It's nacho cheese, Travis. It's nacho cheese. Let's see. It was like, I can hear your stuff, guys. Oh, sorry.
No, quit listening to it.
I'll put it over here. Maybe that'll work. The other one's way back there, so I shouldn't use that one. Robbie says, Travis D, who realistically deserves to be women's champion on SmackDown and Raw?
Raw, I think they have it right now. It makes a lot of sense. SmackDown, you could pick anybody on there would be better than what they have. Just Shotzi Blackheart, bam.
Yeah.
But
with the lowering of the standards for being a champion, yeah, it doesn't matter.
But I would assume they just don't have anybody over there. I mean, obviously Ronda would be a better choice, but
Right.
There's obviously some sort of storyline going on there. But going into like a main pay-per-view, like the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania, they've got to have the title on somebody else. So it would make sense just to put it on Ronda either now or within the next couple months so Becky can come back and wrestle her, and then they can have their legendary match at WrestleMania.
Right. Oh, she says she can still hear it, so I have no idea where it's coming from.
I don't know.
Is your other one behind you?
Yeah, it's right here.
Mine's that too. Is it this?
Shouldn't be.
Might be up or something.
I don't know.
I can hear it too. Is yours really loud?
Yeah, because it goes up and down.
I think you can hear it through your earbud.
This is muted. So it can't be from that. Oh, that's yours.
That's better. I don't know.
Can you hear stuff?
Yeah, I can hear yours.
I hear mine on my back, but...
Maybe it's echoing through your hollow chest now.
Because I have no soul.
You don't have any, like, soul or fluff there anymore, so...
Old Natalia.
Sophie says with Sasha Banks changing her Twitter handle again now, I don't know if she's actually coming back to the WWE.
That's okay. We can live with that, right?
Oh, she changed it to Sasha and then changed it back to her real name or something? Vindicator says, guys, Rhonda for once in her mundane life was not wrong. Liv did work at Hooters for a brief time. There are some internet pictures of her in the uniform. Yeah, a brief time. That says everything.
But that's pretty funny.
Brief.
Maybe she is a Hooters child.
Becker's like scared and then like, you know,
She didn't have a dad, so she probably goes around from town to town. Because she's a wanderer.
Sophie's like, SmackDown women's division is much lamer compared to the Raw women's division. Ravi says Natalia more adjustments to her face. If that might just be makeup. Like, she does play around with makeup a lot, too. And sometimes when they contour their faces, it can make their faces look really weird. Chris says maybe Shotzi will start to get a push. Maybe she can be the final four this year's Rumble. And maybe next year she can win Money in the Bank to make up for last year's botches. Hopefully
it's not
she gets better in the ring.
Yeah, she has a lot of improvement to do before she gets anywhere near that.
Sophie says, wow, we got our main event. Robbie says, out of the Hart family, who does the sharpshooter?
Who does it best, you mean?
I don't know, he just says who does it.
Brett the Hitman is the best out of it, obviously, but Natalia does try to do it.
Sophie says, I'm surprised they haven't announced Theory versus Johnny Gargano a match for next Saturday. Robbie says, I'm sure my mom is the baddest woman on the planet. You wouldn't want to cross her when she's angry. Does she hit you with a shoe? Just curious. Film's like, it's armpit time. And Robbie says, Film, both armpits stink of piss. Film's like, I love them. And Chris says, yeah, Liv did work at Hooter because that's where she met Enzo. Film says, and spoiler alert, Natalia wearing long sleeves again. Film's like, Robbie, no, it's stinky of blood. Sammy says, when Candice LeRae came out on Monday, I heard crickets in the crowd, which didn't happen when her husband debuted with a company in the same city a couple months ago.
Well, she's not impressive.
For him
Nobody knows who she is, and even the announcers said who she was and what she's done in NXT, and that she's married to Johnny Gargano. They had to like throw that in there.
Yeah.
It was Corey Graves, but
like it's his wife.
Like she's important, guys. Please cheer, please.
Right.
Somebody.
Donzel McCallop in the chat. Hey, Donzel says breaking news: Antonio Inoki passed away.
Oh wow. Didn't he just wrestle not too long ago?
Is he the guy that wrestled on AEW?
Well, I can't remember if he was one of those guys or if he
one of the New Japan people.
Well, yes, he's definitely one of them, but I think he might have been a legend that had a match not too long ago.
Robbie says yes, Steve, she actually does, and wooden spoon. My mom spanked us with a wooden spoon.
I got chased with a fly swatter. That was ours.
Ayla says my mom plays dirty when she's mad. More of a mental attack than physical, though. Whatever, Ayla. Whatever. When she's mad, anything goes. Robbie says, I wouldn't want to smell piss film, not for me. Chris says, oh shit, Inoki died. Donzel says he hasn't wrestled in a while, I believe. Chris says, Inoki fought Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Donzel says he's the founder of New Japan.
Oh,
He
damn.
started New Japan.
That makes sense. Is he the one that Hulk Hogan would wrestle also back in the 80s? I think I know who he is.
Oh, well, that's sad.
It is.
Sophie says, I'm surprised we haven't seen Beth Phoenix be part of the Edge Judgment Day feud. They hinted at it in the beginning of it. Chris says he started New Japan, and Becker's like freezing cold and sad face. I'm so sorry you're cold, Becker.
So all the matches on this have been really short. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 3:30.
That's weird. I wonder why. That person is the table.
I saw that sign. And here comes Liv. More TV time. I think they have her on TV every week for the past 2 years now.
Yep.
It's
Robbie
absolutely
says,
ridiculous.
Ayla says, I said more. I didn't say only mental.
Ronda's trying to get her boobs back in her bra. Why doesn't she wear outfits that she could fight in?
Why does she wear outfits so she doesn't constantly have to like shift
Adjust.
things, move things, pick things out of places? It's fucking ridiculous. Like, could you imagine if you were in a UFC fight and you had to do that the whole fucking time you were in a fight? You fucking would
That's what I
win.
said. Why don't wear that shit?
What the fuck?
Liv went right after Rousey with a baseball bat.
Ravi says, Liv, ooh, not scary at all. Chris is like, it was Ric Flair versus Inoki in North Korea.
And he won, and then Rick won it back from him a few days later. Is that one?
Sophie says War Games could be interesting. How the main roster does it compared to NXT, and the Fight Pit will also be interesting to see how they executed it on the main roster. Ayla says, okay, guys, I'm going to head out. Night. Bye, Ayla. Thanks for hanging out with us for 5 minutes. Robbie says, Liv is such a weak fighter. Films like Liv Morgan. Robbie's like, have fun cooking, Ayla. Vindicator's like, Liv on TV is good for the eyes, but Natty needs to retire. All she's done in 2022 is lose.
Yeah, that she's just a put other people over her.
Chris is like, Liv thighs. Donzel says, well, good night, everyone. Well, thanks for stopping in, Donzel, and giving us
Thanks for
news.
that.
Sad news, but at least it was interesting news. Thanks for hanging out with us for a second. Have a great night. Film says Liv Morgan's armpits and Robbie's like, Film, you do know Liv is a hoe.
Yeah, she definitely. I have no doubt about that.
Film's like, bye, Ayla. You guys are terrible. Yeah. Oh my god, seriously? You gotta kick it out of your fucking crotch hole again?
It's disgusting.
Jesus Christ.
I don't even know why they're having this feud. It's just dumb. They're trying to make Liv look tough or something. It's so confusing because she's a crybaby. Like, now they're trying to change her persona.
I guess. Chris says, a little Travis. And Phil's like, tickler armpits, Liv Morgan. I don't think they're in the mood for tickling, Phil. I think they're in the mood for pulling hair and smacking each other on the face.
If they'd hold the camera still. They're just
can't.
constantly moving it.
That's why I don't watch anymore. It's like puke fest. Robbie's like, how are 20 men not able to separate Liv from Ronda? All of this is how you know WWE are weak. Films like, Robbie, is it a bad thing for liking hoes? If so, I don't think she is. I mean, she could be maybe in her character, but in real life?
I think in real life, where she has no father. I'm pretty sure she was raised in a trailer park, but I'm not hundy on that one.
Becker's all about the teeth. Why are you pointing at the tooth, Becker? Do you have a toothache? Rob is like, yes, film hoes are not gonna love you back. Oh, look, Drew's hanging out with the kids. That's really sweet of him, giving him a chance. Children.
Oh, they're still doing their...
Lord.
It's the longest pose. What are those cages? Like animal cages?
No. They're keeping cages.
For midgets?
Yes.
Look at this.
Johnny Gargano should be in one of them.
Smack him in the face, Sammy. He just disrespected you.
Hey, that match is coming up. That 6-man you wanted. It happened. Thank God.
You know me.
It's a good thing you told us all about it, Travis. I would have never known that was going to happen. I was like, oh, so that is bad, Robbie. Robbie's like, isn't Sammy and KO best friends in real life? Well, they have to be. They're both from Canada.
Yeah, and everybody there is really nice.
They just have to be friends. If you're from Canada, you have to be friends with each other. That's the rule. That's the law. It's their law. Philip's like, Robbie, I'm still going to love her armpits no matter what. Walter's like, well, Phil, if you're going to do that, please wear protection, okay? Because, nobody knows where she's been. Could get the AIDS, the STDs. Walter's like, rip Antonio Inoki. Walter's like, great fight, Liv and Ronda. And Becker is like, is that a witch? What is that? I can't tell what that is.
It's probably a witch. What the hell?
What is that?
I don't know, like a Halloween thing. Holy shit.
Some, guy or something?
Yeah, it's like a Grim Reaper or something.
I'll go back.
Just keep it like that. That's nice.
Zoom to 500%.
And broken.
Well, it's supposed to zoom out. Why doesn't it have a zoom out?
Probably does in settings.
Silly.
And broken. You fixed it. I didn't know that was a thing, or I'd have had it zoomed all the time.
100%. Alright, so Becker's like, yeah, some crazy guy in a thing, and pointing at it with jack-o'-lanterns. Halloween? Is it about Halloween? Robbie's like, Film, you keep choking the chicken over Liv Morgan, whatever keeps you happy. Well, it's just like Daphne, have a healthy dinner before bedtime. What do you consider a healthy dinner, Walter? Ice cream. Ice cream has everything healthy in it. Has milk and eggs. It's good for you. It's good stuff. Just because they mix it all together and make it tasty.
What is it?
Ice cream.
And eggs?
He said, have a healthy dinner before bedtime. And I said, what do you consider healthy? And I said, ice cream could be healthy. It's got eggs and milk in it.
2 pounds of sugar.
Nobody said you had to count the sugar. It has healthy things in it. It's like, why can't carrot cake be breakfast? It has carrots in it. And raisins. And nuts. And eggs. Has all the good stuff in it. Robbie's like, LOLD. Right? Come on. Ice cream's a great healthy dinner. Just kidding. Probably won't have anything like that. I'll probably have vegetables. Gross.
Nothing wrong with vegetables.
Just kidding. Vegetables are good. Robbie says, do you always eat healthy? Do I? Walter's like, salad with chicken. Oh my God, Walter. Ew, nobody wants... Actually, salad doesn't sound bad. But I'd have to go get a salad from somewhere. I don't have the ingredients to make a salad.
You do too.
No, I
There's
don't.
lettuce somewhere in this house.
But I don't have good dressing. Like, that dressing's okay. Like the other stuff. But I've gotten so used to that when I made that dressing, it was tasted so good that I kind of don't want
Well,
any other
Emporium's out there.
I guess. Becker's all about that football, and he's smiling. Oh, you like football, huh? Well, I was like, oh, oops. It's fine, Walter. It is healthy, except for if you put the wrong kind of dressing on it. And I have to put a lot of dressing on my salad, so it's probably not that healthy for me. I was like, do you living that good life eating ice cream for dinner? It's because I have some in my freezer, Robbie. Not because I constantly have a great life and I'm just like, you know what, I don't have to eat anything but ice cream for dinner. Although there are some days where ice cream for dinner does hit the spot.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
No.
Actually, Fridays you usually don't. Fridays you go out and get something right after the show.
Sometimes. But I went out for lunch and got something, so I don't know what I'm going to do tonight.
Gunther is greater than Oliver. Whoever Oliver is.
Who's Oliver?
I have no idea. That's
Twist.
what it said in the
Oliver
a sign in the crowd. You'll see it up here.
Oh, Walter says, okay, bye guys, see you Monday for Raw. Bye, Walter. Have a safe
see it?
weekend.
Gunther's better than Oliver.
Gunther is greater than Olivia.
Whoever that is.
Weird. Rob is like, I love ice cream too much. It's good stuff.
Intercontinental Championship rematch next Friday.
So much.
Look at
I
that.
had a shake the other day, and it was quite disappointing.
Next week's going to be season 3 starting.
Of what?
It's there.
Who?
For this, what we're watching.
This?
Yeah.
Like this?
Since they went to Fox, yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I'm like, what?
It's their first episode next week.
Been around for a lot longer than 3 years. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Lost. Completely lost.
Or 4. It starts 4 years. It's 3 complete years.
There's been few things more insulting. So sacred to them. Than the present. Brawling brutes.
My veins are starting to come back out.
I don't have a lot of fat on that part of me, so they are always sticking out. They do it on my feet, too. But not here. Not where I carry my food, baby. Ooh, Becker is all about the hamburgers. He likes them with that starry-eyed look. Are you in love with hamburgers, Becker?
Yeah, have a late-term abortion.
You need to have a late-term food abortion. Robbie says, I don't know who these 3 goons are. Dude, they're Emporium.
Yeah, they were in NXT.
But we know who Gunther is, right? We know who his little wacky guy is. What's his face? Ludwig Kaiser. We just don't know who the 3rd guy is. Chris says, here is a Volta. What is that? Film's like, keep my what? My chicken? Oh, honey. You're going to have to lick that one up to choke your chicken, my friend.
Ew.
Robbie's like, the fella gonna kick some arse. Sophie says, this 6-man tag at Extreme Rules will be awesome. Mm-hmm.
Look at these 2 dudes.
Which 2 dudes?
Right here. The guy in the blue hair and then the guy in the hat.
Oh. The poor guy in the middle of him's like, I'm normal.
How'd I get stuck with these fools?
Look at the 3rd one.
He's like Brian Pillman.
Look at
I think he's Brian Pillman.
They're like, I'm going to dress up to go to the wrestling. Like, what is wrong with you?
I mean, I would do it.
Would you?
Absolutely.
You're going to sit on the other side of the stadium from me because I ain't going to sit by your ass. If you dress up like that and decide to go to a wrestling
he's got a
event,
shillelagh.
it's a big fat no from me.
Shame is just beating up Emporium.
Let's see. Film says, well, I mean, I'm more of a plain cheeseburger kind of guy, but chicken, y'all. Dude, I still don't know what it means between would you rather pick a chicken or Liv Morgan?
Exactly.
That's exactly what it means, Film, you innocent little man.
You choose between them.
That's what it means when you
Oh,
choose
he just threw a
chicken.
shillelagh down to the floor.
Oh,
Now his fedora's off.
Vindicator was all about the Gunther. Been wondering if you've become a fan yet of Gunther. Travis, have you become a fan of Gunther?
Yeah, I don't like the name more than Walter, but it's all good.
Robbie says they are 3 losers.
He looks a lot better than he did when he was just some weird fat guy.
Yeah.
That was weird to me. I'm like, and people are like, oh, they're going to push Walter. He's going to be world champion. I'm like, he's a big fat guy. But like an awkward fat.
That's Gucci Mane Vinci. Film says, no, Misty, don't worry. I didn't look it up.
Stop.
Does he have a
Oh, is that maybe April or something?
I don't know what's going on.
Sound like a door shutting.
Is there a human in the house? Or is it a ghost?
Emporium's holding Sheamus. Sheamus is getting beat up.
Is it a human?
Somehow Butch is in Florida. Why would Butch be in Florida?
I don't know. April, is that you? Yeah. Okay. Just making sure we're like, who is that?
Didn't hear any dogs barking. So.
Did you need something, hon?
I think she's in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Leave her alone.
Did you get all that wood out of the back of her truck so if she needed to leave, she could? No, you didn't. It's still in there. Rude.
Did you?
Why would I?
Did you?
Why would I?
Did you?
Why would I? Why would I? You weirdo. What's wrong with my jacket? What'd you do to it?
That goes down. That goes over.
That's all stupid.
Is that all you got?
I think it needs to be pressed.
Give him some more, Walter. Now are the boys there? Like they were just setting them up?
Maybe.
That would make the most sense to me.
Would. So I was like, no, Missy, don't worry. I didn't look it up. Chris is like, Inoki versus Walter would have been a good match back in the day.
Oh, here they
Somebody
go.
says, hopefully they don't drag this whole Ms. Dexter Loomis storyline too long before people get bored of it. And Becker's all about the Maple Leaf. And Ravi says, Sheamus supports the same soccer team as me. And
Well, then you must be a fan.
Then you must be a fan. Vindicator says, I already read that one. Sophie says, Gunther versus Roman will be interesting feud and storyline if they do go down that road at some point.
Oh, God. Hit him right across the chest and the face.
Chris says, no, I like Fat Volta.
Fat Walter.
Fat Walter. Sophie's like, a lot of WWE talent do live in Florida, so they couldn't travel to Canada because of the hurricane and the aftermath of it.
Like Jimmy.
Is
Is that why Jimmy didn't go?
Jimmy can't come.
Jay was there
and bad man.
Sammy's like, what are you doing here? I'm not my brother.
Right? I don't get myself pulled over and get DUIs upon DUIs. Becker's all about the Halloween jack-o'-lanterns and maple leaves. Very excited about fall, huh? Ravi says, D, how did you make cowboy boots coordinate with your outfit? They're not cowboy boots.
They're just boots.
They're just boots. What the fuck, dude? Have you ever seen cowboy boots? What do cowboy boots look like in England? Vindicator says, if Walter can get skinny, then there is hope for Top Dollar. But he doesn't want it bad enough. He wants to keep that ex-NFL defensive lineman body until he gets injured and misses a year like Bailey. Or he just dies. One will happen. Sophie says, Halloween is my least favorite holiday of all time. I only like the candy part.
Really? I just like it because it just lets me know that Christmas is right around the corner. Less than 2 months away.
Talking about Halloween, what do you want to do as our costumes this year?
I don't know. It depends on what we're doing.
What are we doing?
Exactly.
Maybe you should...
Oh, he's almost 80.
They're talking about it here on WWE right now.
Oh, okay. I know who Inoki is. Once I saw that face. I think people forgot about it.
I don't know what's happening. Oh, he's a really big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he almost looks like he has something wrong with his face. Look how big his jaw is.
Mm-hmm. That's testosterone. Just river.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what was wrong with Andre the Giant? Testosterone?
His was the pituitary issue.
Bullet train. Sophie says, isn't SmackDown going to be on Halloween? No.
No, it is Raw. Raw will be on Halloween.
Yes. Halloween's on a Monday. Chris has a little creepy promo by Bailey. Vindicator's like, Travis, tell us what Christmas gift did you get for Dalitha, and we will keep it a secret. Dude, I'm right here. I'll probably know unless he does decide to do a secret gift, but usually he has to ask me and then it's nothing. Because I can't never say what I want.
I know what she wants.
Robbie's like, do with a random fashion sense. I like it. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. Luke's like, Halloween is the best time of the year. Chris says Inoki finally announced Inoki. Yes, Inoki finally announced himself. Or as you really meant WWE. Yes, they did. They finally announced it. Robbie says, oh, yeah, Bailey's promo was so creepy, I pooped my pants. Oh, Jesus.
Ding dong. Hello.
Poop my pants. Right there. Right there. It does it to me every time. The minute that they say ding dong and hello, I'm done. I'm done for.
And shat myself.
Chris is like laughing, and Sophie says it'll be interesting how many trick or treaters will be out when it is on a school night again. Well, considering that it gets dark pretty early, I'm pretty sure you'll see plenty of them. And they probably won't go to bed until like 9 or something, and they'll probably only be out until like 8.
But we just need to find out when the trunk or treat is. I think some people said it might be on Saturday, but we'll find out.
Chris says Gunter announced Volta, and Vindicator says TMI Ravi, Ayla is not here to enjoy that. Becker's like, Kosavaka. I don't know what you're trying to tell me. Is it code? Do you need help? You need to blink twice. James Pittman in the chat, hey James, says, I like Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. They are great wrestlers.
Absolutely, love them both.
And then they have a weird, happy, smiling face.
Because they love them.
I love them very much. Sophie says Florida also does trunk or treat. I think they do it like a couple of days before Halloween. Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, the whole state of Florida will do that.
Yeah, the whole state of Florida.
I don't know if...
What the hell?
What is that? Messages? Be popular?
Messages.
Ooh, who is that? Who is that? Is it your brother?
No.
Is it your new friend?
Oh, I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay, Bailey's coming down.
Is it a girl? Oh my god, you're so weird.
Well, I had to ask that at the end. Like,
Nice.
I guess it could have been a dude.
Did you invite her to UFC? Is she married? Is it a girl?
I was just thinking of Danny.
It is. She's a child.
Danny don't care.
I know he does.
As long as she's 18.
She is. She's overage. She's in her 20s. Well, actually, she might be in her 30s, actually. I think she's the same age as Corey, so... Yeah, so she's only 10 years younger than us. So that's not bad.
This is the first time in the history of WWE that 2 women will be involved in a ladder match. In the history of history.
Wah! Sorry, I got it.
Oh, Shotzi's coming out in her tank.
From Heather.
Oh, is she canceling again?
No,
wow.
I had asked her about trimming my hair. Chris says trunk or treating, baby. Robbie says Elvin, but you seemed giddy and enjoyed that. Chris is like Halloween ends, baby. Sophie's like Halloween 2020 must have been very weird. Vindicator's like meh.
Shotzi looked like she'd just fit right in on the back of my Harley. Look what she's wearing. She even got the helmet and everything. It reminds me of those old Clint Eastwood movies with the ape.
Oh, yeah. Every which way you can.
Yeah, every which way but loose and all that. Mm-hmm. That's what it reminds me of, her outfit. Like she's in that gang and they're all kind of like dumb.
Oh, yeah, and the grandma's like the bestest part when they come
God
to the house.
damn it!
Damn it! God damn it!
She comes out with a shotgun that's like 12 feet long. My favorite part of the whole show.
She shoots one of their fucking...
Does she?
Yes!
I don't remember that
she
part.
does. She like shoots one of their
motorcycles,
and the cops come, and they're like trying to say how she attacked them, and she's like, "I'm just an old lady." She's always like yelling at Clyde.
Shotzi with the arm
The
drag.
orangutan.
And again with the arm drag.
Damn it, Clyde.
Look at Bailey. I love watching Bailey wrestle because she
Eat
makes
my
the other girl
Oreos.
look so good.
Right?
See what she did there, even?
Yeah.
How she jumps and spins.
Mm-hmm.
You just
No,
don't
she
see
does.
that very often with the other girls. That would all look turkey-jerky.
Yep. Looks like Bailey got told she looks like a soccer mom so much, she said that I can do that. LOL.
Except for the midriff thing, right? Like a soccer mom probably wouldn't wear that part. But,
Right?
but the rest of it really
Soccer
is.
mom Karen hair that she's got going on.
Like the midlife crisis soccer mom. with the hair color.
Right?
Whoa! Nobody was home.
Becker's
Oh.
like YouTube dap.
Damn, she's trying. Bailey's trying to carry this girl, but she's...
She's like, okay, oh, all right, let me throw myself here. So it says, it's weird when Halloween lands on a school night. We usually don't get that many trick-or-treaters.
Oh, dropped her right on her back.
Film says, of course Bailey is going to be wearing the exact same attire from Raw when she went up against Bliss. Bailey's wrestling attire. Vindicator's like, Shotzi needs to win this. My green-haired freak needs to build momentum, become a future champion.
Yeah, that's not happening. Not right now. I mean, it can happen. I mean, we saw it with Liv.
Bailey?
They'll put anybody at champion, but...
You know, Shotzi has her armpits covered too, film. Chris says Shotzi's tank baby, and Sophie says the only thing I like about Halloween is I know both Thanksgiving and Christmas are coming not that long after.
Yeah, you know what, guys? In November, there is literally some good sporting event every weekend. The 5th is WWE. The 12th is UFC. The 19th is AEW. The 26th is WWE. And that's every Saturday in November.
That's crazy. Lots of busy. Robbie says, yeah, I thought you were a soccer mom. Nope. Becker's like Halloween versus Santa Claus or Christmas. Sophie says, and Halloween week, we got Crown Jewel at the end of the week. Chris says, it's like you want to like Shotzi because she looks like a star, but she needs to get better in the ring and promo.
Right, and you know, and Bailey's carrying her in this match, so she's going to look a lot better. But if she was wrestling somebody else, you can see where she's messing up that Bailey's helping her out. Like, Bailey's definitely carrying her. Which is okay. That's her job, right? It's like John Cena.
That's her job. Don't you know, bitches? That's her job. That's her job. What's her job? Carrying people on her back?
Yeah, she's going to have a sore back.
That's probably why she had to go get her knee fixed. Sophie says, I heard that the AEW pay-per-view and November tickets haven't been sold out yet.
Right, I'm just hoping that they change the day, especially if Crawford and Spence fight that night. It might be the only AEW pay-per-view that I don't do.
Which pay-per-view is it?
Spence and Crawford. It's like the boxing match of the decade, basically.
Oh, man.
And they're planning on that. It could be the 12th, which would be terrible, because that's the night of the UFC. But I still think even that one is still more important, that fight.
Than the UFC one?
Than even the UFC. It's one of those generational type fights.
That's weird.
I don't like her.
So he says Shotzi was
Blossom.
being compared to Ruby Riott when she first showed up on WWE TV.
Yeah, I don't like that comparison. Ruby was very talented and really good on the microphone. It still is. And then they bring in WWE talent over there on AEW, and then it breaks freaking Britt's nose, and Britt's the only good woman on their whole roster.
Yep.
And now she can't wrestle. Like, that is a huge blow for AEW's women's revolution.
Yep.
They got Sarai, and she's like, this is my house. Well, it's not your house if you can't wrestle.
Yeah.
It is a wrestling company. It's great that you're a new announcer that they have, or a manager, whatever they want to do with you. But until you can wrestle, it's not really your house. I'm offended. Don't ever say that. I'm offended.
Yeah, I'm not voting for whoever you guys are talking about now because of that statement right there. Done.
I'm offended.
Yep. If you're going to have people on your shit that says they're offended.
So where's the other two broads? For damage control?
Yeah, where are the other broads? What broads are we talking about?
Io Sarai, Io Sky,
Oh,
and
those
Dakota
ladies.
Sky, or something like that. I'm close.
Dakota Kai and Io Sky.
There you go.
Sky Kai. Sky Kai. Kai Sky. Kai Sky. Kai Sky. Sky Kai. Sky Kai Kai. Sky. You're Kai Kai. Sorry.
Don't apologize. You're going on TikTok with it.
Sweet. I'm sure everybody will be fantastically happy about it. Let's see. Oh, Bryce says, okay, guys, it's time for me to get going. I got to get ready for AEW Rampage. Bye, guys. Peace out. Bye, Bryce. Robbie says, Sophie throwing your money away to another wrestling show the other day. Bryce says, P.S. for the win, Shotzi has a prediction for SmackDown. All right. Luke says, Sophie, you were the one comparing Shotzi to Ruby. Becker is about Peaches. Oh, Peaches, huh? Sophie says, a lot of schools won't be open until Monday. Robbie's like, Luke, that's funny. Sophie's like, I'm not the only one comparing Shotzi to Ruby. I saw a lot on Twitter. Luke's like, they're in Florida. Bailey said it on her promo. That's where they're at. That's why they aren't there. They're in Florida.
Florida.
I was like, Bailey going in tonight. Sophie says, hopefully the hurricane didn't affect the WWE and AEW plans of performing in that state in the future. And Chris says, Shotzi, hand in pants over. Why, oh, why are you so weird?
It's going to be the first ever women's ladder match in WWE. It's the EST. Bailey makes everybody look better.
Mm-hmm. Everybody.
She's going to make Esther look like a star.
Everybody.
How's your recipes over there?
It's not really recipes. I was looking at food to eat.
So he's leaving them. He just took his belt off and threw it at him.
Oh, that's nice.
They look sad.
Oh, fuck. Oh, man, he's the one that started it.
Get up in their face. A-Town down.
That's just dumb. I don't even know.
Well, I don't think that Triple H wanted that to happen. Vince was kicking him out of the group anyways. Remember, he wasn't on there?
Right.
And so maybe it was just a joint thing.
Maybe.
That match was 6 minutes and 40 seconds. So we're back to old match times.
Nice.
Like when Vince was there.
Robbie says Bailey going in tonight. Sophie says hopefully the hurricane didn't affect. Oh, right.
So I'm wondering if anybody didn't complain about the match length being so long. And so now he's shortening them. We've had a 10, a 2, a 3, a 3.5, and now a 6.5
Maybe.
minute match.
Or maybe they were like, maybe we need to put more matches on this particular thing instead of it being so fucking boring with dumbass people coming out and talking for 5 to 12 to 30 minutes. Robbie says, oh no, it's the twat Esta. Film's like, EST what? So it was like, we are seeing a lot of Raw stars tonight on SmackDown. What brand split? Film's like, well,
It's
Bayley's
because of the
wrestling
pay-per-view,
attire.
guys.
It's not only the pay-per-view, but they're in the same they're in the same city in Canada as they were for Raw. Didn't somebody tell us earlier
Jericho?
this week that SmackDown was going to be recorded?
I think it was on here. I remember you reading something like that.
Sophie says we haven't seen Bayley versus Becky Lynch one-on-one before. Robbie says I was hoping Asta was going to take that ladder. Phil says Bayley better show those beautiful armpits in Extreme. And Robbie's like, taste the ladder. I thought you said take it. Chris says, I hope this isn't writing Shotzi off TV. Oh, wait, Bianca's saving her. Phil says, no more Max Dupree. And Sophie says they are still teasing LA Knight being brought to the main roster. Becker as something. I have no idea what that is. And Film says, hey, Piccola, are you here? Sophie says, SmackDown is 2 hours, not 3 hours. And Robbie's like, Sophie said it, D. Sophie said it. Said it!
Oh, no. He lost his balls.
Oh, my God. Yeah, right. Of course he did. It doesn't happen to begin with. Can't lose what you don't have. Sophie says it will be funny if the White Rabbit turns out to be Sasha Banks.
Right?
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
Robbie's like chocolate salty balls. Ew, gross.
Chef. Motorized Bicycle Company. Motorcycles are one thing. What you doing?
Looking at food. What are you doing?
There's nothing going on the chat.
No, I read the last comment. That was Robbie's comment about chocolate salty balls. It's still there, and it's still the last one. It's not a draw. Limited time. Domino's garbage. Blech, pizza. Oh my gosh. Luke says Sasha removed everything WWE from her socials. So who knows where that is going. Which is funny, right? Because she did that before and then she like put some more stuff back up and then she, you know, took it off again. So who knows? I don't think that bitch can make up her mind. Film's like, I guess she here. Sophie's like, this White Rabbit mystery is fun and we don't know what their plans are for after the White Rabbit debuts. Nope, Film, P-Claw must have found something else to do. Yeah, $10 and whatnot. But I was like, what is the best takeout where you live? It depends on what you like, Robbie. I'm pretty sure that you could probably say multiple places have good takeout. It just depends on what you like. Like, there's a lot of people that would say that there's some Thai places in the town that are really good. I personally have never had it, so I couldn't tell you if the Thai food's good. I kind of wish we had Indian cuisine, but we don't. Because there's some I would like to try. I just don't want to have to make it for myself.
Like an Indian
try it. What?
Like an Indian taco?
No. Like Indian food, like from India.
Oh.
Like that kind of Indian food. Like what Robbie eats. Just kidding. Sophie's like, Naomi has been very quiet since she walked out like a baby in May. Bob's like, I love Sasha's armpits. I miss them on TV. Sophie says they are building to Crown Jewel next week.
Should be a good one. Here comes Kevin Owens coming
Crown
out
Jewel's
first.
next week?
Yeah, next Saturday.
Oh, is that the one? Oh, it's Crown Jewel, huh?
No, not Crown Jewel. That one is in November. It's November 5th.
I was like, I didn't
Extreme
think that
Rules
was
is coming up next week.
October this time. Did your sister leave?
I don't.
She left really quietly. I don't like that. I don't like it. Sneaky. No, I'm just kidding.
Snake.
Says they are starting to build a Crown Jewel starting next week. Oh, starting.
I don't like how they're trying to push like Johnny Gargano like he's important. Like he's new, I get it, but he's not anything impressive. All these
the
other
whole
guys
crowd
have put
seems
in
to really
time.
like him.
Well, everybody else has put in time, and he
Look at all the
hasn't.
people. Look at all the people in the crowd back there.
Yeah, nobody gives a
They
shit.
look very excited.
That's hopefully Triple H is seeing it, and then we'll know to get rid of, like I said, he stirred up shit, and so you get all the shit rising to the top, and I'm hoping that everything settles back down.
Robbie says, LOD, it's a good job. It's a good job. I like you. Really? That's nice.
Drew McIntyre reminds me of somebody that doesn't work out, that's just massive, but he has to spend hours in the gym, or not hours, but at least
He has
an
to
hour.
spend time in there. Look at those legs. You do not get those kind of legs from not spending time doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not he's in the gym or if he's doing what Claudio works out does, he's got to be doing something because he don't have a thigh gap.
No thigh gap.
And when you don't have a thigh gap, you're doing something.
You like Big E.
Because you didn't skip leg day. Unlike the little spaghetti weirdo in there who has a major thigh gap, meaning that he skips leg day. What a loser. Purpur block in the chat though. Hey Purpur says, too funny. I love my kings. Purpur also says Johnny Gargano was overpushed trash.
Well, right now, I mean...
I don't feel that he will ever, but what the hell has he got on himself? What they do, like...
I just feel
give him
like...
an ouchie and he had to put a bandage on himself? Why is he even out there?
They tried to do that with Asuka. They tried to do it with a lot of other people from NXT. You can't bring NXT stars up and make them a big deal. Kross is a little bit different because he's got size. I think there's certain guys like Bray Wyatt when he first came up. There's certain guys you can do it. The Shield. Mm-hmm. But you still don't bring the Shield up and then all of a sudden have them wrestling the greatest wrestlers in the business. And now
they're better than them?
And now all of a sudden Gargano's up. They did it with Ciampa, but they learned real quick, I think, after they had him push Bobby Lashley to the limit, because we haven't seen him since in the ring.
Like, it was pathetic and weird.
It was weird. It was burying Bobby.
Like, why would you do shit like that?
And I think it was because Vince was just trying, or not Vince, sorry, but Triple H was trying to just get out of Vince's shadow real quick.
And it didn't work out well for him. That's why you can't do those kind of changes fast. Doing them over time is different. Doing it as quickly as he has been trying to do will come to bite you in the asshole. And it probably is. Robbie says Johnny forgetful. Sophie says Naomi also does the whole take WWE off all her socials as well, like Sasha does. AEW wanted Candice LeRae before the WWE re-signed her. And Luke says Drew actually does a lot of workouts with Sheamus. Makes sense. Vindicator says, it's sort of funny to me that Candice entrance music is more threatening than John Spaghetti. Robbie's like, Johnny G, I don't even know who he is. Sophie says, Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns, that could be an interesting match. And Luke says, that patch on Johnny looks like a pain relief patch. It's not. It is covering up.
That might get annoying as shit. Oh, thank God that turned off.
There's an alarm. We don't know
I didn't
what
even
it's
know
for.
how it worked.
Run away. It looks like it's covering up an ouchie, Luke, because it looks like gauze and that there's some kind of red thing underneath and it's got tape all around it.
Like he's got like a turf burn.
It doesn't look like a pain relief patch to me. It looks like he has like somebody like gave him like...
It's a raspberry.
Yeah.
Probably from sliding on the canvas or something. He wears those little girly shorts. Mm-hmm. His manties.
His manties. Ooh.
But...
Robbie says it's mantis.
I was going to say it looked like his wife's tampon, but it's not as funny now that you guys have...
I think it's more like his wife's pad.
Well,
but yeah.
the same thing. It's a vaginal tool.
Well, she'd have a baby. Maybe it's one of her nipple pads. You know, that they have to put in their bra so they don't leak out when they have milk. But maybe she didn't feed her baby that way. Maybe that's why she came back so quickly. Maybe she couldn't make enough.
None of my business, no idea. I know there's no baby formula, so you think she'd have to.
Maybe Johnny fed it.
He could have.
He seems like the type.
Very feminine.
Yeah. Robbie says this match is trash. 1 out of 10 tonight for SmackDown. Vindicator says, but hey, a mildly fun show of people smacking each around and down tonight. But now I must disappear and see you guys for people getting thrown around like raw meat on Monday. Bye. Bye,
Should be
Vin.
a good
Thanks
one.
for
See you,
hanging
Vin.
out with us. We really appreciate it. You have a great weekend and take care, okay? Sophie says if Vince was still in charge of the WWE, we wouldn't see Johnny Gargano, Candice, Dexter, Lumis, Karrion back on WWE TV.
So the only one I'd be disappointed about would be Karrion.
Yeah.
I didn't like him leaving when he was... But the other ones, please take them. And that Hit Row, please take them off TV. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Dexter Lumis is one of those ones. I actually like Dexter Lumis. But if he wasn't there, I'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't make such a
without
difference
Fathom?
that you're like, what? Like, what? Anyways, Purple Block says, glad you guys also not Gargano marks. I don't like him. I don't like him. we were watching, we actually watched NXT and we did NXT as a show when we were first starting.
Mm-hmm.
And we did NXT and AEW because they were on the same night, and so we did them both. And, I never was a fan of him. Like, no matter how much I saw him, I didn't like him. I didn't like how they pushed him. I didn't like that he was so much better. He reminds me of Daniel Bryan, and I can't stand him either. I just don't like his style of whatever he is. Like, at all. That's my biggest thing. I don't like him. And I have a feeling that in real life, he might not be the nicest person in real life either. Yeah,
Are we talking about Johnny Gargano?
Weird black ouchie thing underneath that patch. His wife's pad got stuck on him when he was getting ready.
He's got a weird belly like he was fat and lost a bunch of weight. Gargano.
Oh.
You'll see it right here. See it?
Huh. That is weird.
You'll see it really good. Like, see it? How it's dangling over his belt? That's pretty. Maybe it is feminine.
Yeah, maybe.
No testosterone.
Sophie says if Vince was son... Oh, I read that. Robbie says, D, is that your bedtime alarm?
Yes.
Yes, it is. I have to leave now. Bye. Purpur said that. Sophie says Vice TV is going to air a Vince McMahon documentary showing his beginning to his retirement. Film says Mysterio Travis, who will win in a hairy armpit deodorant match, Rhea Ripley or Becky Lynch? Becky.
Becky's
Chris
just the better one.
Yeah, that was so awesome when you did NXT live stream. Yeah, Chris, it was easier because it was on the same night, but once they moved it, we weren't going to do 4 nights of wrestling.
Right.
I personally can't do it. It drains me to a point where I would be really mean to you guys. I'm already mean enough, and you guys put up with it okay now, but if I was really, really mean, you guys would run away. And Travis doesn't like that.
I just kind of wish that Raw was 2 hours.
It would make it a lot easier.
And then it would make then you could do 4 shows a week. But that 3 hours on a Monday is just tough. It has changed. It's a little easier than it used to be. I don't dread it over the weekend anymore. But when it was just like Vince had no idea what he was doing.
Yeah, it's almost like he wasn't sure what to do with it.
It was on
I
pause.
think the pandemic just kind of totally screwed him over. Like, he wasn't sure what to do with it, and he was just trying his hardest to keep it alive, keep it in people's minds and stuff, and it was the only sports entertainment stuff that was really on TV at the time. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and it worked. I mean,
Sophie says, if Dexter didn't come back, who knows what storyline The Miz would be in right now. Purple Block says, I was neutral on him since I had not seen his NXT matches, but after the Raw matches, I still have no clue what makes him a big deal.
nothing. There's
That's
nothing
the point.
special about him.
Not really anything makes him
That's
a big
what
deal.
I don't understand. He must have done something in the indies.
Maybe. Yeah, that's a possibility.
That's the only thing I can think of is why people enjoy him.
Yeah. Aluna's like, good night, everyone. I got
All
this.
right,
She has
good
got
night.
Azeez. Robbie says this Johnny guy sounds like a loser. Sophie says Triple H brought Karrion Kross and he is making us forget his first horrible run with the company. NXT and AEW will be on the same night for one time only on a Tuesday in October. And Robbie says, D4 nights of wrestling, who does that, right? And Luke's message retracted, although he did say something that it makes him wonder. Wonder what?
You know, and that's the thing. When they do that Tuesday one, it'll go head-to-head with NXT, and we'll watch both of them.
Yeah.
And I'm okay
They'll both
doing
be
that.
on there. Robbie says AEW is better than NXT. Martha says I'm out of here. See y'all next week. Bye, Martha. Have a great weekend, you guys. Luna, Gothlashe, Martha. Chris says acclaimed hype train dying already. No scissor. Becker's all about the hamburgers and a smiley face. Sophie says a lot of fans want Raw to go back to 2 hours. That's the main complaint among every WWE fan. And Martha says, I forgot that next week it's already October. Yeah,
It is.
October.
Tomorrow.
Robbie says, D, if you spun around for 10 seconds, would you be able to stand up straight? Yes. Chris
Really?
says, probably because Johnny was an ROH like other guys in WWE, now like KO, Priest, Seth. So basically they are ROH marks, LOL. Becker's crying about his hamburger. Why are you crying about your cheeseburger, dude?
Shoosh!
Are you not getting a cheeseburger? It's really sad. That would make me sad too if you weren't getting a cheeseburger. He's going to do the nasty.
He's going to do the nasty to Kevin Owens.
Oh my god. Somehow that happened, which is
The
weird.
stunner right on the table.
Oh, gee whiz.
There's the Claymore. 1, 2, 3 or 100.
Oh good, it's over. I'm leaving. Bye.
You're weird.
And done!
I don't have a clock.
Robbie says, D, you sure about that? I tried, but I couldn't stand up straight. Like, are you spinning around for 10 seconds like on a baseball bat? Like, are you putting your forehead on a bat and spinning around for 10 seconds that way? Or are you just spinning around for 10 seconds in a chair? Or are you spinning around like standing up? Sophie says, remember when Smackdown was taped every week and it also got moved to a different channels and nights over the years? Yeah, totally. No, I don't.
Yes, I remember. all
Strappy,
those days.
strappy, strap. Who's he coming for with the straps?
That would be Karrion.
Oh, that's right. Old Karrion Kross and his flight issues that he has. That's awesome. All right.
Yeah,
Film says
Roman.
good night, guys. See you later on Monday. Bye, Film. Have a great weekend. You be safe out there, buddy. Sophie says, remember, oh, I read that. And Robbie says, yeah, with a baseball bat. Sweet. Do I get to take the baseball bat and hit people with it? Phil's got a great answer, too, on who will win that match. And Scarsdale says, I'm gone. Bye, Scarsdale. So
Bye-bye.
are we. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight on a Friday night or Saturday early morning for some of you. Robbie. Thank you so much for not dying in your bathtub tonight. All right, anyways, thanks for sticking around with us and watching SmackDown. If you're an AEW fan, don't forget Rampage will be right after this. It should be starting here in about a minute. But we will definitely see you guys on Monday for Raw. So you guys have a great and safe weekend. Take care and make good choices, guys.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.